chairman of the Spicemas Corporation, Ali Gale, broke the news on Monday that for artists to perform or compete in events for Spicemas 2022, they will have to be fully vaccinated. This falls under Plan A for Spicemas, which is tailored to hosting the country's premier cultural event in the midst of a global health pandemic. GBN sought feedback from some soca artists and calypsonians about this announcement.
It's the logical move. Do I agree with it? I don't necessarily agree with it because it seems that herd immunity has been happening and we're on the backside of this pandemic, headed towards the light at the end of the tunnel. And it may be a case where, these stringent measures may no longer need to happen on a local level. But if that's what, is the mandate at the time, then it is what it is.
What I would say is, if the patrons should be fully vaccinated, then it's only obvious that, artists and everybody else involved, providers and everybody, obviously should be fully vaccinated. Right? But people are understanding, and the way the world is going right now, restrictions would be lifted very soon. We can see this happening. So when the restrictions are lifted, let's say in a month or so, then what are we saying by August, by late July, August?
It don't really bother me that artists have to be vaccinated to perform or compete in events and things. Because, I fully vaccinated,
Former Calypso monarch Finley Jeffrey Scholar says while he applauds the SMC for having regulations in place to safeguard the health of everyone involved in Spicemas, he does not think Plan A will come to fruition.
Well, when I listened to the press conference, the first thing that jumped out at me is that this, they said, is a Plan A. And the Plan A is fluid and it can change as the need arises and a situation changes. Look at all of the lifting of the protocols throughout the world. I anticipate and I expect that Plan A would never be implemented at all, and that we would not have to go to these measures with vaccine and all of these things. Now, that being said, it would have been irresponsible of the SMC really to make a plan which takes COVID into consideration without having all of these things. Those are what you call best practice. These mandates for vaccine and so on. You hear this all over the world.
The vaccine mandate requires competitors, revelers and spectators entering a venue or any show held during the season to be fully vaccinated. This also includes security personnel, caterers and vendors. If the COVID-19 pandemic situation changes for the better, SMC said it will move to Plan B, which will see the removal of all restrictions for Spicemas pending parliamentary approval. Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.